Hey, everybody, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Kenan isn't here tonight. I'm doing all the technical stuff myself, so I apologize. I hope you can all hear me. Just say hey. I think my microphone's working. I've got the side by side shot going. I just have to, let you know. Okay, good. Laurel, thank you. You hear me. Yeah, Kenan couldn't make it tonight. So I'm very psychic, but I'm not that. I'm a little challenged when it comes to technology. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I even started the show a little bit early, just a 1 minute early. Now I've got I've got Mindy on first. I've got Laurel, then Marilyn, and then Lindsay, and let's see. Um, If you're on Facebook, just say hello or make a comment on Facebook because I'm watching Facebook separately. Okay? So if you're watching on Facebook, be sure to say something. Be sure to say hello. Lindsay, thank you for your contribution. I just got it. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But tonight, I wanted to show you this group card. It's really great. It is called the Arcturian Light Codes. So what's happening with all of us when you hang on. People are texting me. I'm not going to be able to answer all the texts, but I apologize. The Arcturian codes are these light codes that come down from Arcturus. It's a giant red sun, and Arcturians are said to be higher evolved beings from like the fifth dimension, not the musical group, but it's this fifth dimension. It's a higher resonance coding. So if you've ever done or looked at yes, Doreen, there is a show tonight. Okay, Doreen is trying to get on. But anyway, when you look at a computer code, it just looks like a bunch of numbers and symbols and slashes and exclamation marks. And if you look at it, you have no idea what it is. But if you download it onto your computer, it upgrades your computer. All right? These codes, you don't have to know what they are. So it could be like ringing in your ear. Like Laurel, I know you had this visitation last night. In no uncertain terms, let them know that that's not a welcome thing to do. You can put little tiny bowls of salt in the corner of your room. When they're disturbing your sleep and you're trying to get the rest, it doesn't really serve any purpose, right? It's like living in a college dorm and you have a roommate that just invites all these people in for a party and you're trying to sleep. It's inappropriate. So these downloads, though, are important for our spiritual growth. And the thing is, we may not see them or understand them until we actually need it. And that's when you start noticing a difference. So I did a lot of personal work on myself. And one of the first things I noticed is I wasn't getting angry or as angry at people that cut me off on the highway. And I'm like, oh, that's different. That's an example of the codes that maybe were downloaded days, months, weeks, years before being put into practice now. So that's the beauty of that. All right. So I've got Austin and I've got Jared. Oh, and Doreen did get on. Okay, good, Doreen. Now, I am watching the chat. I'm having to watch the chat. So I apologize because Kenan always does this for me. If I miss you, keep typing something in the chat. Okay? Let people know that you're here or that if I've missed you. But here's the list so far. Mindy, Laurel, Marilyn Pitts, Lindsay, Austin. I can't even read my own writing, Austin. Jared and Doreen. Okay? And Scott's here too. Thank you, Marilyn. All right? All right, good. We're going to have a great show tonight. Even though I might seem a little bit distracted because of the technology, it's still going to be really good. It's going to be really good. I can feel it in my bones. All right, Mindy, let's go with you first. And the last note I have in here is from Doreen that says, "Hi, Lady Laurel and Marilyn Pitts." So while I'm focusing on the cards, if someone else comes in, just keep repeating in the chat, so-and-so's here. Okay, here we go, Mindy. Okay, so Melinda, what would you ask for Christmas if money was no object? Children are raised, they're taught that the family's very limited in income, so they can't really receive what they really want. The universe is unlimited. So put the demand out there, what it is that you want. Maybe it's even before Christmas. But know that you're deserving of it. That's one of the main things here. And your friend from Malaysia's in town, Mindy? Oh, that's great. Are they on the show? So this is asking for what it is that you want, no matter what other people judge you about or for, or if it's what you want, it's what you want. It's no one else's place to judge that. And so this is the universe opening up for you, and just come on. Come on, you're here. What do you want? Right? It's like if you're in a Starbucks line and you finally get up to the counter, you ask for what it is you want, right? So, limitless, yes. Without apology, without explanation, or need for an explanation. And isn't it that's a great message for all of us? All right, my dear Laurel. So, Laurel, the first thing I want to say is sometimes when you're out on a walk, you don't know you stepped in dog poo. And so it isn't until you get home that you can even smell it, or you can see the tracks on the carpet. So this thing that happened last night, be more mindful of what you stepped in. During the day. I'm sorry, I cracked myself up. But I feel like you're all laughing with me. Like, can we all be a little more mindful of what we're stepping in during the day? Who we're around? What is stuck to us? Or what what gloms onto us. And just like you would wipe your feet, or maybe even take your shoes off before you enter the house, wipe your feet. Check your energy field. Put salt at your front door. Put a line of salt right at your front door. I do it every couple of weeks because the wind or the weather blows it away. Great. So I've got Kat and I've got Hope. You're on. And if you're just joining us now, just understand that Kennan's not here. So I'm having to watch the chat. So if I miss you, I got to know. So just let me know. Okay? But anyway, Laurel, because our energy is moving up and we're growing, we can attract the lower frequencies. And in no uncertain terms, no, you absolutely don't do that. It's inappropriate. It is not fitting for what it is that you do. You can't do that. I mean, you can, but you really don't want to, if that makes sense. So, all right, Laurel, let's pull a card for you. So, Laurel, are you... Listen, Laurel, you're very loving. So let's say for a living you sold baseball bats. You have some really freaking amazing guides, okay? But they're giving me this illustration to tell you. Let's say you sell baseball bats and you sell a baseball bat to a guy that knocks you in the ankles. And so you go, whoa, 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 whoa. I can't sell any more baseball bats. And you've already sold thousands of them. No. I can't sell any more baseball bats. Continue to sell your baseball bats. Continue to put yourself out there and to love, love, love unconditionally, even with people that misuse it, because you learned a tremendous amount from people that have misused your love. It doesn't mean that your love is wrong or bad. Girl, you have some major baseball bats. Like, they're awesome. Major League baseball bats. Your love is of the highest standard and quality. And just because someone misused it, you come back with a vengeance and you sell 1 million baseball bats with your love. Okay? Yeah, thank you, Laurel. I think that's good to resalt. Okay. All right, Miss Marilyn. Let's see what we got. Let's see what Spirit has for you. All right, there's a song going through my head. It's called A Bicycle Built for Two. If you could Google what those words are. A bicycle built for two. So now they're taking me to like Mackinac Island. Mackinac Island. It's where they don't have cars. It's in one of the Great Lakes. It's an island in the Great Lakes. This is like getting maybe your husband a home bike. But it's also Michigan. Okay, thank you, Marilyn. Michigan. Huh. There's okay. All right, I'm getting fudge. So what's the deal with fudge? Oh, okay. During this spiritual journey, when you're growing, when you're experiencing these epiphanies, when your brain is building new neurons, the brain needs salt, sugar, liquid. So, and I'm not talking about a lot of sugar, but I'm talking about a little bit. And that's why the fudge is coming up. And the Mackinac, like the island in Michigan where, what's the deal with you and the island in Michigan? I don't know if you've ever been there or you have really good memories of that, but okay, when you go to the beach, there's a fudge shop that Larry likes to go to. Yeah, so you actually need, like, I would maybe make your own fudge this weekend. There's something about the sugar that you're needing right now, or that he is needing to help with the brain. And you can actually do a little research on it, is how does sugar help the brain? But that's what I'm getting for you, Marilyn, is this feeling of freedom. Like that island, Mackinac Island, and riding a bicycle built for two. It's like you're on the same page more so than you ever have been in your life with Larry. And your older brother lives in Michigan. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So I'm going to send him a little bit of, he's needing a little bit of, he's needing a little bit of pick-me-up. You got fudge brownies at Fresh Market yesterday. All right, so that's, you guys, everybody on the show, if Spirit guides a person to buy fudge brownies and it comes up in a reading, it's important. The little things are important. We don't know why sometimes. We don't know why, but it's in those details that are so important. Thank you, Marilyn, for sharing that. No, no, no. I know, not the one that passed, but I know it's, yeah, give him a call tomorrow. Reach out to him. All right. Then we have Lindsay. Hey, Linz. And I think I'll do Austin at the same time, Lindsay and Austin. And then we've got Jared and Kat, Doreen, Scott, Hope. And if we are missing anyone, let me know. Okay? I'm going to check Facebook if anyone's popped on Facebook, because for some reason I'm not getting the messages from Facebook. Oh, Abby. Abby. Yeah, Abby, thank you for reminding me to light the incense. I forgot to get the incense, but I'm spiritually lighting the incense for you right now anyway. Okay, so we've got Abby and Marilyn on Facebook. And if there's anyone else, be sure to say hello, okay? And I'll be watching. All right, Linz, here we go. This is passion. Girl, in the next few days, you're going to be painting. You're going to be back in your passion like you never have been before. Look at the colors of this card, Lindsay. If you can, take a picture of this. These are the colors of the power chakra, the base chakra, these chakras that are so important for your creation. This is sexuality. This is the tigress. This is, people have shut down. So part of what your art does, Lindsay, is people have shut down their creative chakra or their power chakra because, oh my gosh, sex is bad and I shouldn't be in my power. I shouldn't try to overpower others. It has nothing to do with that, but that's what people are taught. Part of what your art does is it reignites, it helps people reignite their base and power chakra. It helps to actually move Kundalini. It is a life force in itself, Lindsay. It's powerful. You can order saffron tea. There's something about you need saffron tea. You can order it on Amazon. Saffron tea can be really expensive, but there's some medium price stuff out there that's really good. And it's really, oh, you know what? Austin needs this too. Look up the spiritual benefit of saffron tea or the metaphysical benefits of saffron. I'm not going to talk about it tonight on the show, but there's something with this that's really powerful for both of you. All right. I don't know computers, Austin. But there's something I don't know if this is an app that you're working on or it's something with narrowing down. We started talking about programming, right, and computer coding at the beginning of the show and getting these downloads from Spirit. We don't necessarily know what those downloads are because we don't understand the coding. But then when our computer upgrades, we find that it's faster, it's more efficient. That's an example of an upgrade. So when we're downloaded these upgrades from these realms, I'm getting computer circuitry. There's something with circuitry with this, with you, Austin. I don't even know what you do for work. But there's something with you coming up with an app of some kind, or with a certain programming that will benefit mankind. That's the narrowness card that I'm getting with this message. Is never think that it's already been done. You're here to create something brand new and a new way of looking at things, and you're the one to carry it forward. You absolutely are special. You've got a unique view on life. Go for it. And I don't care if anyone thinks that, or I don't care if anyone labels it as, oh, he's so prideful, he's got so much ego. That's BS. That is a lower frequency vibration being projected at you that is not fit you whatsoever. And don't take no for an answer. Okay. We've got Jared and Kat. All right, Jared. All right. Something that will help you be more balanced and develop a certain part of your brain is take a couch pillow or any kind of pillow and stand on it and then you can actually close your eyes. You need an uneven surface. It'll develop a different area of your brain that's important to help you gain more balance. You know, you can even buy those, or at the gym, right? They have those, they're like flat boards with kind of a ball underneath that the gymnast helps you stand on, and you actually have to hang on to a bar when you get on this thing. But then the bar is right there if you need it, but you do your best to balance, right? This will help develop a part of the brain that is important for you to actually balance more with what your this goes for you too, Kat. It will literally help. Like you can even Google, what does a balance platform, what part of the brain does it affect, and how does it help it? But it actually helps balance you out. Yeah, and Jared, there's still a little bit of residual stuff coming from your family. It's like if you were, if you were crossing, I don't know, you had this board and you were walking across this board, walking across a pond, right, on a board, and the family's kind of like trying to push you off. They're energetically by projecting at you. So return to sender and keep that from throwing you off balance. Okay, here we go, Kat. So I used to do weighted squats on there. Okay, wow. All right. So get back to that. There's something you're needing that will help you balance. That's great, Jared. All right, Kat. You are the magician. So, Kat, do you have a nativity scene? Like, the statues that you put up at Christmas? If you have, there's something with this nativity scene. I don't know if you inherited it. Okay, you know what? I need to call you on this one, Kat. The So I don't know if it's your nativity scene or it was a family's nativity scene. And why are they using that? I don't know if you were like mesmerized by it, like a dollhouse, like a little girl would be mesmerized by a dollhouse, or that there's something. You collect them, Geo? We have in the 30s or something like that. We have lots of them. Oh my God. Okay. You guys. All right. Okay, my ear is ringing. I highly suggest you put them all outside. And you can bring them in one at a time to find out which one is wonky. There's some energy on some of them. It's throwing you off. That is so funny, you guys. Did you see all that? I don't know if you can see the chat, but Jared and Kat collect nativity scenes. All right, which is fine, but be careful where you get your stuff from, okay? Because there's stuff on it. Not all of it. But I will guarantee it, as far as you guys have come, you will feel a difference. You will know which one or two it is that's wonky. Okay? All right. Wow. Isn't that wild? There's something attached to it. Maybe you could turn Jewish and start, collecting the candelabra. What do you call it? No, that's Liberace. The candelabras, the Liberace. Menorah. No, not menorah. I'm sorry, I'm not Jewish. Okay, can you guys find something else to collect? Wild. Okay. All right, Doreen, my dear. All right, here we go. Oh. All right, my dear Doreen. Are you willing to charge a little bit more? That's all. This is the integrity card. This is being true to yourself. Really being true to yourself, Doreen. For my readings on my website, it's $400 for a reading. It's the value, number one, that people are getting, but it's also this I know what I do, and I know I do it well. Doreen, you're the best chef in the world. The outward will show the inward. So step up and all right. I've told you, I've told friends, I've told you this before, I think, on the show. I have a friend who started to charge $1 million for his services, for his counseling. And everyone was making fun of him. Until Saudi Arabia called. And their perception is, if you don't pay $1 million for something, it's not worth it. So this is you, there's something not just about the value that people are getting, but how you value yourself, Doreen. All right. Scott Brosey, here we go. And then we've got John Bliss, and we've got Abby and Marilyn. Thanks for being here, John. Okay, Brosey. Man, why do boy, dude, I'm getting chills. I highly recommend playing like the 528 solfeggio music in the background. It can even be on low. It doesn't even have to be audible, but it's a certain frequency that's going to increase your illumination. Illumination so a flashlight, you can maybe see 20, 30 feet. You can buy those on Amazon that shoot 500 feet, right? And blind people. This is your illumination increasing, and it's just matching your brain. It's literally your brain is growing in a really good way. But the music, a certain frequency of music, listen to so just Google healing frequencies and look at which one jumps out at you. That's probably the one that you're going to need. And I would recommend everybody on the show actually doing that. Google healing frequencies, and it's going to list a lot of different frequencies. Whatever one you're drawn to, that's the one that you want to play. And you can always change it, okay? You're at 417 hertz at the moment. Really? You're listening to it right now. So that's a frequency that you're getting downloads from. Like, there are people, that are mechanically inclined, are writing inclined, artistically, musically inclined. Everyone on the show, I want to hear your feedback on Sunday. If you can, and especially Laurel, if you're still watching, you are like extremely auditory. Google healing frequencies and see which one you resonate with and play it. Play it during the day. Okay, Laurel, thank you. Yeah, there's something. So Scott, thank you for being here, because it's going to open you up to new frequencies. You know how dogs can hear things at different frequencies? It's kind of like that, but it's not necessarily auditory hearing. It's frequencies of light and sound and touch and feel. It's this spiritual awakening, which adds to it. It's just a great, great tool for all of us. So thank you for being here to remind all of you to do that. Okay. Yeah, I agree, Laurel. They are fun, and they do have an effect on you. Yeah, absolutely. So at the beginning of every show, the music you hear, that's 528. 528 frequency. So very grounding, very helpful. All right, Hope, thanks for hanging out. I'm glad you stayed. Thanks for staying here. All right, my dear Hope. This is the devil's play without judgment. Notice more when there's religious or family judgment on you of what you should or shouldn't do, who you should or shouldn't associate with, and who you want to associate with. And it's none of their business. This is about judgment on you or making yourself wrong or bad. Oh. And you know that old adage where, a woman really needs a good man in order to be successful. That's breaking, break that rule. The devil's play is about breaking rules, breaking mores, breaking norms, and looking past the judgments of other people. This is you in the next few days noticing what judgments you have been put upon you by other people, and even sometimes how you've acted in accord with those judgments for fear of being judged more. This is about letting go of all the judgment and moving forward and playing, and do what feels like playing to you. Okay, my dear Abby and Marilyn. And then we've got John. And I think do I have everybody? When I get Abby, Marilyn, and John, I think I should have everybody. If I don't, please say something in the chat, okay? Appreciate you. So Marilyn, you know that song with the Beatles, I'm a Believer? I want you to listen to that and change the words to I'm an achiever. And Laurel, do this too. I am and look at what you've achieved, not by someone else's standards. So this is very similar to Hope's card, kind of, in that What you've achieved hasn't been in accord with someone else's judgment. And you've broken free of that. Give yourself some huge kudos for that. You know, if you're running a race and you go, well, I came in third. No, you ran the race. That's the point. Not if you came in first or third or 10th. No, you ran the race. That's the spiritual development. That's what you've achieved and you're achieving. So give yourself a little more credit, Marilyn. And Marilyn, so I'm going to go back to like Doreen's reading. Put a price on your glass, on your all I can think of is church glass. I'm sorry. I'm having stained glass, on your stained glass. And put a very high price on it. Very high price. Because it's not about the craftsmanship, it's about the energy of who you are that you put into it. Same thing with you, Abby, with your wreathing. The materials, the time you put into it, yes. But look at what people are getting energetically from it. And this is an acknowledgement of who you are and what your power is and what the things you create, what they actually do for people. So Doreen, if you're still watching, your food, what it is that you create as a chef, the brands, the spices, the show that you're doing. You're going to be starting this podcast soon with Tony. Come on, level it up. You got this, and so with you, Marilyn. Okay. All right, my dear Abby. That was kind of a little bit about your art and putting more value in yourself. Okay. Anywhere, Abby, anywhere at any time in your life where you have given a man power over you, are you willing to erase and reject this is on a very deep level. Are you willing to let that go now? This is some kind of so what I'm seeing is like you know how there's some religions that women have to wear headdresses, or they choose to, whatever. They wear these headdresses for like a subservient position. Oh, okay. Anywhere where you have been in a subservient position to anything or anyone, are you willing to let go of that now? And I'm not talking about serving other people. It's great to serve other people. It's a subservient that is imposed by other people on another person. You know, you're black, you're white, you're green, you're yellow, you're less than. Your nose is turned up, your nose is turned down. Your eyes are slanty, they're not. It's all this subservient stuff. You're a woman, you're a man. All this division. Are you willing to let go of any of that on any level? I'm not talking about conscious level here. This is what's going to be moving for you. It's going to be cracking big time. You're going to notice it. It'd be interesting to see how it shows. Okay. All right. And who's next? Okay, we've got John Bliss. Thank you so much, John. All right. So it's the Purify card, John. We take several baths a week or showers because we get stuff on us. It's important for you to burn incense, to do some cleansing. Energetically do some cleansing because of the people you've been around. And they're all nice and everything, but they're energetically not really like, you know, the English used to believe that you shouldn't bathe, that bathing caused harm, bathing caused illness. That was a false way of thinking. And you didn't really want to hang around those English people because of the smell. You know, that's why they, you know, had handkerchiefs and cloves in their hand. Anyway, this is just cleansing your field, John. It's really important to do that. Because they look good on the outside, but there's energetically some stuff that needs to be cleaned up. All right. Now I'm going to read for Ridala. But as Kenan always says at the beginning of the program, if you've been on the show and you're on the show for the first time, it's free. But if you continue to come to the show, it's $10 for a card or $100 for a month. Okay, and that's I think that's very fair with the energy and the amount of things that are cleared and cleaned from the reading, and my specialty and what it is that I do and what it is that I love and I'm passionate about. And every one of you, like even tonight was an example of Kat and Jared collecting. I can't even remember the name of them. The three wise men, right? The nativity scenes. That energy is important. It's paying attention to it. This energy from John, right? In cleansing your field and even being aware of it and not even, it's just a reminder, okay? So, and you can pay on Venmo. You can pay on Zelle. You can pay on PayPal. Okay, so all right. So you're good at giving love. This is about you being able to receive more love. You opening up to love. So there are people out there that are raised. If let's say their parents or spouse or whatever is abusive to them, and they're going, I'm only hitting you because I love you. That's not love. And so obviously no one would be open to love if their definition of love is to be hit. Like, no, I don't think so. I'm going to go, yeah, no. So this is redefining your definition of love and being able to allow that in more. Okay? All right, so I got everybody right. Thank you so much. I actually did this. Kennan's going to be really, really proud of me. So great blessings to you all. And we'll do this again Sunday night. Love you. Take care.